In this video, we'll discuss the most important principle, that is rule of law. So the very principle rule of law is derived from the very French phrase law, principle, de legalite, which means a government based on the principles of law. It protects the people from arbitrary actions of the government and administrative authorities. It provides to maintain public order by compelling individuals to behave in a legal manner and protecting individuals by defining the powers of the government, its servants, and institutions to exercise their powers within legal limits. The very concept of rule of law has been originated by Sir Edward Coke. According to him, his expression that the king must be under God and law, and Professor A.V.Dicey developed and explained the very concept of rule of law elaborately. And according to Professor Dicey, rule of law, first of all, provides that no man is punishable or to suffer in body or goods except by ordinary legal manner before ordinary courts of that land. Secondly, no man is above law, which reflects equality before law. Finally, it also provides equal protection of law. So, to Dicey, rule of law is the general principle of the Constitution or the results of judicial decisions determining the rights of individuals, but he was criticized as regarding his views in the following manner, as he failed to distinguish between the discretionary powers and arbitrary powers. Arbitrary power is against the concept of rule of law, but discretionary power with proper guidelines is not against the concept of rule of law. In present day, the trend is to provide discretionary powers due to increasing pressure on the legislation. And secondly, he was criticized regarding against separate courts. Dicey's distrust on French counsel d'etat proved wrong. He was against separate courts and expressed that every person should be subject to that ordinary courts of that country was not correct. In reality, administrative courts have played important role in controlling administrative authorities and provided quick and effective remedies to the citizens against the excess or illegal action of the administration. Further, He was criticized on the ground of as no privileges and immunities. His view that there is no special privileges and immunities under the concept of rule of law is wrong. The head of the government, judges, diplomats, etc., enjoy certain privileges and immunities in almost all countries. Special privileges and immunities are given to administrative authorities in their constitution itself. And lastly, he was criticized for the expression that constitution is the result of judicial decisions. The very contention that constitution is the result of judicial decisions is completely wrong. In most republican and federal states like India, United States of America, Australia, etc., ordinary law is governed by the Constitution, and Constitution is not the result of the ordinary law of the land. So, in our next video, we will discuss the very position of rule of law as it was and is in England, USA, and India.